Good day, and welcome to Womiba channel. My name is Onyinye, and today I'll be telling you how to go to Australia in 2 months, in 60 days. Yes, in 60 days, you can go to Australia. So today, just listen. Today, you will know all the secrets, all the truths there is, and how to start preparing for your traveling and all that. It's quite easy if you are already preparing yourself to travel, because Australia accepted that Nigeria have English as of official language. I have somebody that they asked for IELTS. I have somebody that they didn't ask because she submitted her results and all that, and the employer accepted her. So these are the different scenarios, because Australia gave companies right to do their own English acceptance and all that, unlike Canada. I don't know whether I'm making sense. Canada, the immigration requires you. But based on ENS, I will still get to the visa type I'm explaining. So in Canada, the immigration requirement is that for some certain jobs, you have to do the English test. But unlike Canada, in Australia, the company determine whether the English you passed in your country is enough. So it's for you to look at the recruitment firms that I said. I know of Sansa. Sansa, sometimes in South Africa, they are accepting them without English IELTS. So in Nigeria, they are accepting most people. But I think there are some courses that they require you to be proficient in English. I don't know the certain the courses that they require you to have. But it's better if you're preparing yourself to come to Australia, you have to listen to the important things. So you might ask me, why Australia? Australia, their employment laws are better than UK laws. Working laws in UK, employment laws, yeah, it's a employment laws in UK. Because in Australia, the working hours are flexible, the annual leave are flexible, the flexible work arrangement, you have it is in the law. It's not like in your company in UK, you have to write, your manager have to determine. But unlike UK, US, Canada, Australia have said, giving you that right to seek flexible working hours for some parents, for some single mothers, for single parents, or for people that are recovering from sickness, and other people that might be having personal issues, which I might not remember now. So their working hours, annual leave, flexible work hours, personal caregivers care. Imagine if you're in Australia working and your family have problem. Australia, in their law, it's already that you are. It's not like telling your this thing. You have to just put a note to it. They understand, and you just off you go. But here, when I was working, let me just tell you something that happened to me of recent. When I was working before I resigned here in this UK, I had this accident that keep the reaction or the muscle pain in it still gives me problem, because sometimes if I do physical advantage, then it knocks me down or something like that. So in here, they said you have to go 6 months leave this thing. The company determine how much they will pay you. Unlike Australia, they pay you your wage you're earning. But here, the company can make a law for you. So the immigration law and the employment law here are quite different. So that's why it becomes a problem when you have issues like childcare problem and all that. So in Australia, it's different. They have public holiday. They have compassionate leave if you're bereaved or somebody died in your family. They have community leave, yes. They have notice of termination and redundancy payout. They have fair work information statements. So These are the reason why, if you ask me, you need to go to Australia. So Australia is not other code like Canada. Australia, their salaries are good. At least teachers there earn up to 100,000 Australian dollars, which is around 40 something. But if I will show you now the average teacher salary in UK. So their payments are fair. So now, employment nomination scheme visa is what I want to discuss today. It is called ENS visa. So let me repeat it again. Employer nomination scheme visa. This is a visa where Australian government have told your employer to employ some certain person that they need. You understand what I mean? So a school now, if a school needs teaching assistants, nannies, cooks, everything, they have to go to a recruitment firm or agencies. Tell them, we need so numbers of nannies, so numbers of cook, so numbers of teachers, so numbers of bakers, so numbers of gardeners, so numbers of farm workers, so numbers of medical personnel. But let's come to teaching and teaching assistant. Teaching assistants in Australia, equivalent of WAEC exams. That's what all you need is teaching assistant. And again, you need to be doing it for 3 years, minimum of 3 years. So the requirements now, another requirement now you have to think of under this ENS, this Employers Nomination Scheme visa. That's ENS. So the things you have to bear in mind goes like this: complete nomination letter or offer letter or something like that. So your company, you've done the interview, the company have okay. Look at the way it works. Recruitment firm, you make an application, they read it, they see it is something of their interest. Now, as a teacher, teaching assistants, nanny, cook that is going to be working in school, then they will know the numbers they need. They will take it to recruitment agency. So when they take it to recruitment agency, the recruitment agency will put it up as an advertisement. They advertise the vacancies for them. Then you will now see it and apply. The recruitment firm will do the interview and go back to tell them that they found so person. They should look at it. Then the employer that is using his or her Employers Nomination Scheme visa will now say, this is good person, let him or her start coming to Australia. Then they will now send the complete everything that you need to tell the Australian embassy in Nigeria that, look, oh, you have done this, you have done that, you have done all these things. That look at the letter they sent you that you need a visa. Then you start coming. You might be from Cameroon, from South Africa, from Uganda, from Kenya, from Ghana, from Tanzania, from Burundi, from Zimbabwe, from Zambia. So you check the Home Office of Australian government in your country. You will now take the letter the recruitment agency, has given you. Then go to the embassy for the visa. I don't know, depending on the years, the employer, because I don't know the normal years they give. Because the lady that just got her own, they gave her 5 years. So it might differ from employer to another employer. So I don't know how many numbers of years they will give you. But whatever it is, you are now set to go to Australia. Then you start traveling. It's so easy. So the thing you have to bear in mind is that you will complete medical exam, meeting character requirements. You're not a thief. You go to the police and get a document stating that you're not a thief and all that. In the link here, when I explained how to come to UK as a care worker, I left links to Nigerian police for people that are in Nigeria. I don't know of Ghana, I don't know of Uganda, I don't know of Tanzania. I don't know how you people get police report to show that you have a fit character, because it's a school recruitment. So there are some certain things they look out in your character, you know, whether you're a sexual offender, you're a thief, you know, all those kind of things. So they will look at it, the police will now write and stamp. So you need that one. Demonstrating competence in English, like I explained before. In Nigeria, if you have a credit, you are qualified. But some agencies will put it out that they need your IELTS. I think they will state the minimum requirements mark. So it will be in there. But like I said before, some need it, some don't need it, because Australian government accept that Nigeria have English as official language. So when you have credit, you already pass. There's no IELTS that you need. So the next one is being under 45. That's where I come in, because the guy that was telling me to do this video is 48. I told him stop waiting for it, that they need under 45. It is stated in Australian immigration websites. It is under 45 they need. So that's and you know, he's a teacher, he's been teaching, and they need mathematics. They need mathematics, science, arts, social science, like literature, like language, French, German. I don't know whether they need Igbo language or Hausa language or Ghanaian. No, I don't know that one. So, and all these social studies and the religious studies, they need Christian studies. They need the Christian studies teachers and Islamic teachers as well. So they need all these things. So now he is 48, and again, so if you're over 45, please, it's not for you. I'm so sorry. ENS is not for you, because it's stated clearly on the day of your arrival to Australia that you will not be more than 45. So you might start your visa process. That's why I am just telling you about ENS, and that's the reason, because ENS is fast. So maybe you still have 1 year or 6 months, you can do it. Because within 2 months, you'll be in Australia if you find a job. So now, that's another thing that will keep people away. So you must be under 45. That's it. So, ready or having been explained the Life in Australia booklet. You know, the recruitment agency will send this Life in Australia booklet to you. Then the last one is Australian values. You must know their values and all the things, you know, Australia values so well. So that's it. You see how easy it is. Easy it is. So that is it. So you don't need all this preparation. Australia is the easiest place to come. Then the next thing you will be asking me now is the agencies that are recruiting foreign teaching or school workers, like nannies, teaching assistants, and all that. So the recruitment firms are as follows. Sikh teachers is number 1. Sansa teachers teaching is number 2. Smart teachers is number 3. Engage education is number 4. Then there's pure teaching. There's I think the girl that made application, there's a girl that made application this morning. I gave her a link. She made application. She applied in that website. So I don't know, but this 5 is what I know. So she applied. So I don't know. They have not replied her, because I know of Sansa. Sansa reply easily, and Sikh teachers, they reply easily. I don't know why they reply easily than others. So you should try your luck. Maybe they will reply you easily. So now The next thing again you will ask is this: how much is the visa? I don't know. It depends on the country. What they will charge to process your visa in Nigeria will be different from Ghana, will be different from Burundi, will be different from South Africa, will be different from Uganda, will be different from Zimbabwe, will be different from Zambia, will be different from India, will be different from all these countries. They will never be the same. So I don't know the amount they charge. If I now would have tell you, because you might wake up tomorrow, they have changed their prices. I don't know. So it's not something that is permanent that you have to give out for people. So not to give you a misinformation, I don't know. So now, when you come to Australia, there are many things you need to start doing to guarantee your permanent stay. Keep out of trouble, because if you're coming as a teacher, nanny, cook, you know, all these jobs in school, all these school jobs, you know, they watch out. If you commit a crime, you might not teach again. If you commit, there are some certain crime you will commit, even in UK. There's some certain crime. I don't mean like driving crime, like driving points you get in UK. If you get driving point, that is not a, I don't know whether it's a criminal or civil offense. I don't know. If you know it, you just mention it. So if you're coming as a teacher, make sure that you read what your police department, the form they gave you, make sure you read it to make sure that you didn't commit a crime that will put you away from doing school jobs. Because even if as a cook in school, there are some crime you will commit, you will not be able to work in school. So, and there are things you need to do, like theft, bullying, abuse of any form, fund abuse, physical abuse, all this kind of, you know, teachers and school workers. Even if you saw a, you might say that this is a school kitchen job, that it doesn't have anything to do with teaching students. They still don't want you in the school premises, even close to school, even physical assault. And so when your police department in your school give you any form to check, or I don't know, to that this is who they know as you and your character. So you have to read it, because there's a guy, somebody was telling me, a friend, he applied to teach, I think it was physics or chemistry, I've forgotten, but it's a science subject. He got it, everything was going on. Then he went, there was a time they did riot in school. So this riot, they destroyed some things, you know, university riot. Do you know the police put it in the record? I think he committed a crime. I think it was like 6 years ago. He was arrested then. So he didn't read it. He didn't read what the police says. So because they put it in an envelope and gave to him, he submitted it just like that, because he's thinking that the police, you know, that kind of crime will not be there. But unfortunately, you know, that time they were doing that riot, it was televised and all that. Their names were written down. The police were looking out for them, you know. And you know, when they have their name, date of birth, everything, I don't know, I think it is one of these South African country. The police put it there that he vandalized. I think he got the job from Sansa. So that's why I said, whatever your police give to you, before you submit to your country, state police or your country police, like in Nigeria, they are called Nigerian Police Force. So it's a country organization. It's a federal government organization. So whatever, maybe you are from South Africa, maybe you people have regions or county that are different. So whatever they put there, you have to open it. If you, sorry, you have to open it to check that they did the right thing, that they said the right thing, so that, you know, your character will not interfere. Because if you're working in hospital, in school, there are some things that they look out in your character. So that's why they mention it here, demonstrating meeting character requirements. So you have to meet character requirements. So be careful. Be careful. So that's the end, and you've gotten all the information you need. If you're having any problem when you're filling this application or when you want to submit it, or there are things you need to be cleared with, in this video that you think that is not here, that you didn't, it wasn't explained here enough, please ask me in the comment section. I always come to the comment section early in the morning and the night to answer some questions. If I miss yours, still call my attention to it. And the link attached to the description of this video, that's my Telegram link, is there, because when you write me direct to Telegram, I will get it as fast as I can. But please tell me your name and tell me where you're asking me the question from, so I can give you, because what I would tell a Ghanaian is not something I would tell a Nigerian. So because we are different police, different everything, different. So that is it, and thank you for watching. And please don't go to you subscribe and leave your notification button on. I'll be telling you everything that you need to know about Australia and Canada, Europe, USA. Thank you so much.